Yeah, okay. Without further delay, we will start the session, right? So actually today, I will assign you one basic course module, right? AWS, right? Did you heard about AWS? So one of the cloud service provider, right? Amazon Web Services, right? So AWS stands for Amazon Web Services. They are one of the uh, cloud service provider, right? So there are different cloud service providers we have, right? AWS, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud, right? Amazon, uh, yeah, IBM Cloud, Oracle Cloud. Likewise, there are different cloud service providers are there, right? So one of the famous and highly used by the different industries, right? So nowadays the consumption of AWS cloud is rapidly increased, right? So if you have sound knowledge on this cloud technology, because of that cloud technology, you are getting more benefits, right? Let's say if you apply your CVs for an interview, they give more priority because of your technical sound knowledge in AWS cloud computing, right? So yeah, okay. Tell me, what do you mean by cloud computing? Anyone? So you are first year and second year students, right? You are not aware about the cloud computing, that much of sound levels, right? Okay, tell me, what did you heard about cloud computing? What do you mean by cloud computing? Tell me. Anyone? Any volunteer? Just I will take 5 to 10 minutes to explain what is cloud computing, why we need nowadays migrating, what are the benefits of cloud computing? Tell me. Anyone? Did you heard about the term cloud computing?
To store data, sir.
To store data, right? Yeah. What else? Cloud computing maybe we are using for stored data, right? So what do you think about the term cloud computing? What did you understand because of cloud computing? Tell me. What did you understand because of cloud computing? Okay, there are some issues. Yeah, we can do many tasks, right? Why nowadays they are migrating to cloud? Already we have laptops and we have PCs, we are working, right? So now, why? What is the reason nowadays the world migrating to cloud? What do you think? Tell me, what do you think? What do you think? Tell me. What do you think about that? Give me a minute. I will share the slides. Let me see. Tell me. Any volunteer? Local, yeah. Without getting the local infrastructure, we can access the resources, right? Yeah, very good. So let's say just think about you need to run an application, right? Let's say you are planning to establish your post system, or maybe you are planning to establish your e-business site, right? Similar to the Daras or AWS, sorry, Daras or AliExpress, right? Just think about you are planning to develop a business application for your business purposes, right? So now what will happen, let's say you need a web page or you need a web application. That application run 24 into 7, right? Am I correct? Am I correct? So your application need to run 24 hours, right? So then only the customers are access your application, and they can purchase uh, they can purchase goods from your services, right? So now, what do you think? If you are running your application 24 into 7, what are the requirements you have? Tell me, what are the requirements you have if you want to run an application 24 into 7? What are the requirements? What are the requirements you need? So just think about, right? So maybe not now, anyhow, maybe you move for the industry, right? So if you want to run an application, let's say, just think about you need a laptop, it will run 24 into 7. What you need? The basic things. Tell me, what is the basic thing if you need to run a laptop 24 into 7? What you need? What you need? If you want to run a laptop 24 into 7, what are the requirements you have? Tell me.
Powerful battery, sir.
Yeah, we need a power connection. We need a power source, right? So we cannot guarantee 24 into 7 power sources, maybe in Sri Lanka, right? So sudden power cut happen, right? So we cannot guarantee 24 into 7 power for our systems, right? Now what will happen if the power down? What will happen if the power goes down? What will happen? Tell me. You cannot run the application, right? So also you need a stable internet connections, right? So there are so many barriers, right? As a individuals, right? We have so many barriers, right? So it's very difficult to provide one service 24 into 7, right? So that is one of the uh, mandatory requirement. 24 into 7 we need to run the application, right? So we cannot say what time the users access the sites, right? Just think about online banking sites. We cannot say you can use my mobile banking application morning 8 to 5. We cannot limit that one, right? We cannot do any boundaries. You can use a mobile banking application morning 8 to 5. After that, application goes down. That is not a proper way, right? If you are running a business, if you are running a banking system, you need to continuously provide the services, right? Maybe in the midnight, we need some money, or we need to transfer some money. So then what will happen? We need to access the systems, right? The availability of the application plays a major role, right? So by using the traditional systems, we cannot provide those facilities. But if you migrate to cloud, we can easily provide those facilities with the help of these cloud service providers, right? So not only that one, let's say, okay, I will share the screen, right? Okay, you can see my screen, right? Am I correct? Okay, wait, I think there are some issues to share my screen, right? Wait, I will check. Okay, wait, I will turn on my video, right? Maybe because I have some stable internet connection issues. Maybe that is the reason, right? So let's wait. I will share the screen again. Let's check. Is it okay now? Yeah, yeah, it's yeah, fine. I will explain slowly, right? Sorry for that. Yeah. So don't worry, I will explain slowly, right? I will share the screen now, right? Yeah. Okay, now you can see my screen, right? Now fine, right? Sure. All right. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Actually, the cloud computing in the sense, right? So just think about that this way, right? So ancient people, right? They will consume that water. Just they will walk throughout their pots and some bags or some other containers, then they will collect the water, right? So that is a traditional way. After few years, what will happen? Some companies they purify the water and they will distribute the water throughout the bottles and cans, right? Now, how we are consume the water? Tell me now how we are consume the water throughout the lines, right? So throughout the pipelines, we are consume the water, right? So now based on the consumption, we need to pay. End of the month, we have some meters. So the meters they will continuously uh, do the readings, right? So based on that consumption, let's say how many units you need to consume, you need to pay the money for the water, right? The same concept now we are applied in cloud computing, right? So if you think about the cloud computing, right? So let's say previously I told you if you want to run a business, you need to purchase some hardware components, right? You need to server computers, you need power supply units, you need UPS, you have so many infrastructures, right? You need cooling systems, you need a continuous power sources. Likewise, you need to purchase some computing devices, right? We need computers, displays, the internet, uh, in network interfaces, routers. There are so many devices we need to purchase, right? Physically, we need to purchase, we need to maintain to run a business, right? So that is a traditional way. So if you want to run a business, we need to purchase. Now, if you think about the same way, how previously they consume the water, now how we are consume the water, the same concept we can apply in cloud computing, right? Previously, maybe 20 or 30 years back, if you want to run a business, you need to purchase the computers, you need to purchase the devices, networking components, so everything you need to purchase, and you need to do the configurations, and you need to run the business, right? Maybe later what will happen, some companies they manufacture the computing resources and they will sell. The HP, Dell, other manufacturing companies, they manufacture the laptops and they hand over the laptops for us. We are purchase the laptop and we can use, right? Now the same way how we are consume the water throughout the pipelines, the way how we are consume the computing resources throughout the internet, that is we can call cloud computing, right? The easiest example, that one, right? So how the ancient people consume the water, now how we are consume the water. Similarly, how we are consume the power supply now, the electricity, how we are consume. We have meters, we are they are the everything they will monitor what is the consumption of the power, how many units you need to pay end of the month. The same concept we can apply for computing resources, that is cloud computing, right? So cloud computing means we are getting computing as a service, right? How we are getting water as a service. Now water is a service, right? There are some water boards, they are consume, they will consume the water from the tanks and that rivers, they purify the water, they continuously distribute the water throughout the pipelines, right? So the same concept now we are applying for the computing resources. If you want a supercomputer, you don't need to purchase the computer, right? Just we can access the computer from one of the cloud service provider, right? Maybe AWS or Azure, whatever the cloud service provider, we can create some virtual machine, virtual PCs, and we can do the task, right? Let's say I need a computer with 32 GB RAM, maybe 64 GB RAM or something. Maybe for some high computing work, sometimes we need 64 GB memory with let's say 32 virtual CPUs. Likewise, you need some high computing resources, right? So previously, what is the case? You need to purchase the device, right? You need to pay the money for the entire hardware component, supercomputer. You need to purchase. Now you don't need to purchase, right? Just if you want a supercomputer, just you can create an cloud account. On the cloud account, you can configure. If you want 64 GB, you can create the virtual machine with 64 GB and 32 virtual CPUs. then you can complete your task. Once you complete your task with the supercomputer, you can destroy the resources, right? So only you need to pay what is the resource you consume, right? That is the beauty of cloud computing, right? So what are the benefits because of this? Previously, if you want to run a business, you need a huge amount of capital income, right? Let's say previous case, if you want to run let's say think about some e-business site, you need to purchase some computers, you need to purchase networking devices, routers, switches. There are so many capital money we are investing in the infrastructure, right? That is a traditional way. Because of this cloud computing, after the evolution of cloud computing, you don't need to worry about those things, right? So just by using small amount of money, we are creating the cloud resources, and we can start the business, right? That's why nowadays there are huge number of startup companies, they evolve, right? So that is the benefit of cloud computing, right? So there are so many benefits with the cloud computing, right? So we need to pay whatever the resources we are using, right? So likewise, there are so many different basic computing, the cloud computing foundations are there, right? So I don't need to spend more time to explain these cloud computing fundamentals, right? So once you follow this course module, you can understand what are the fundamental aspects of cloud computing, how we are creating a simple virtual machine, how we are create some different uh, server. So how we can do some access permission, right? Depending on the users, we are providing different access permission. Likewise, all the fundamental aspects of the cloud computing, we are get the knowledge throughout this course module, right? So now, without further explaining what is cloud and everything, so you can follow those. If you once you successfully complete the course module, you are getting all the knowledges, right? So whatever the thing I explained, you are getting the entire knowledge from this cloud concept, right? So just I will explain some basics, right? Yeah. Further delay, we will move for that link, right? So now you are getting an email, right? So each and every one, you are getting an email. Yeah, I will share that one, right? Yeah, you're getting an email, right? So this is the email actually, right? Am I correct? Each and every one, you got an email. Uh, yeah, the course invitation, right? AWS Academy course invitation, right? You have been invited to participate the AWS course, right? Am I correct? Did you get the invitation? Hello.
Sir, we can't see your screen, sir.
Yeah, wait a minute. I think yeah, we have rain, right? So maybe the internet connectivity issues. Right? Am I? Is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
So anyone have any issues? You are not getting this email. So please check your university email, right? Please check your student email ID given by me, right? That email domain su.ac.lk. Please check your emails. Please log into your student email ID and check whether you are getting the same email, right? Okay, sorry for the interruption, right? So there is a power cut, right? So now it's okay, right? Yeah, I will share the screen, right? Mm. So hope everyone get the email, right? Did you check that one? So each and everyone you receive an email, right? Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
So yeah, wait. So now, once you get this email, right, just what you need to do, just you can click that get start button, right? So it will redirect you to the get start button. Just click that get start button. Also note down, they are giving you an email, right? So your student email ID is the username for your account, right? So once you click this get start button, it will redirect you to the page, right? So just follow the instructions, right? So once you click that get start button, it will redirect you to the page, right? So here in this page, right, you need to select student login, right? Just click the student login, right? So in this page, you select the student login page, right? So if you have an account, you can use. Otherwise, right? So just click the option. You are getting some create account options, right? Am I correct? So I already have an account, right? So if you don't have an account, right? So just you need to create the account, right? Any questions? So once you click this get start button, it will redirect to that page. On that page, you need to select the student login. Once you click student login, it will ask you to create an account, right? So this is the page. Here you need to select this one. Once you click this one, already I have an account. If you don't have an account, you need to create an account. Anyone have any issues? Anyone have any issues to create the account? So just you can create the Canvas account. For that Canvas account, your email ID, the student email ID is the username. Maybe you can provide some passwords, right? Anyone have any issues? Just follow the instruction. Just create an account. If you have any issues, please let me know. I will explain. If you have any issues, please let me know to create an account. Any issues? Please follow the instruction, right? So just create an account, right? Then once you create an account, just click maybe I already have an account, right? So I now I'm logging to the account, right? Then you are getting the notification. Your invitation is accepted. Welcome to AWS Academy Cloud Foundation course module, right? Did you get that notification? You are enter to the course module, right? Now I will show you what are the important aspects you need to follow, right? So why we need to complete this module, right? So once you complete this module, you can after you successfully complete this course module, you can sit for the AWS Cloud Foundation Practitioner exams, right? That is one of the professional qualification, right? So normally that certification they are cost around 100 or $150, right? That's a normal cost, but nowadays there is a promotion is going on, right? That there is a promotional program is going on. Throughout this program you are getting a free exam vouchers, right? So for that one, the initial step you need to complete this course module, right? So maybe just you can spend 1 or 2 weeks with, let's say if you are continuously work out within 1 week you can complete this course module, right? Once you complete this course module, you are getting uh, the digital badge. You can share that badge with your LinkedIn profile, right? So if you forgot your student email ID password, I can already reset some of your passwords, right? So mm, yeah, while you are creating the account, you need to provide the university email ID, right? We cannot provide personal email IDs, right? So I assign the course for your student mail IDs, right? So because of that, you need to provide your student email IDs, right? So we are not assigned for your personal email IDs, right? So always we are using a student email ID. So just provide your maybe 21 ICT, your registration number. That is at su.ac.lk. That is your email ID, right? If you forgot your password, maybe you can contact me tomorrow, right? I already reset the passwords, right? So normally you need to meet the network manager, right? So I don't know whether if you maybe 21 ICT 076, maybe you can contact me later, right? So anyone have any issues to log in? So once you successfully log in, you are getting a notification, successful notification, and this is the home page, right? For the course module, AWS Academic Cloud Foundation course module. Any issues? Any issues? If you have any issues, please let me know. Shall we move for the next one, or I need to wait a few minutes? Please respond. If I want to wait, or no, okay, I will wait. So, okay, I will wait another 2 to 3 minutes. I try to log in, right? So just nothing, just go to the email, just go to your student email ID. You are receiving the same email, right? They are mentioning your email, right? Your email, that is a student email ID, right? So that is a username, right? So once you provide that username, then only it will allow you to access the course, right? Maybe if you are using personal email IDs, you're not getting access for the course module, right? Maybe you can create Canvas account, but it will not allow, right? Only if you provide your student email ID, then only it will provide, right? Mm, yeah, wait, I will check. 22 ICT 100, right? Wait, I will check whether I will send the invitation. Wait, I will check again. Please wait. Yeah, 22 ICT 100. Please wait a minute. I will check and let you, right? Only around 40 people access the account, right? There are 71 invitations are waiting stage. Can you send me your number? Yeah, can you send me your name? 22 ICT 100. Can you send me your name? It's easy for me to find. Just send me the name privately throughout the chat. Can you send me? Yeah, your invitation is there, right? So okay. Can you check now? I will resend the invitation for you, right? I resend the invitation. Can you check now? Um, so you can use whatever the password, right? So the thing here, uh, yeah, 22 IZT 100. Can you get the email now? I send an email again, right? Can you check now? Wait. There are so many messages, right? Yeah, okay, then fine. Which password I need to use? Yeah. So it means So if you are logging to Canvas first time, right? So just you can create an account, right? Mm, yeah, wait a minute, right? Wait. Yeah, 70, right? Welcome aboard. So in this window, you need to select create my account, right? So you need to select the second option, right? Create my account. Just click the create my account, right? It means that is the option, right? So just you need to click the create my account. It means you need to create your Canvas account, right? For that time, you can provide your first name, last name. For your email, you need to provide your student email ID, right? Did you understand 21 ICT 70? So just check your student email ID. You receive an invitation. Just click Get Start button. Then you can select as a student. Select the student login. Then it will ask you create an account. Or anyhow, you need to create a Canvas account, right? Find out the option, right? If possible, any volunteers share your screen. Then I will show you with others, right? Even if still not create the Canvas account, please let me know. I will give you the screen share permission. Then you can, I will instruct you. Then you can do. Also, others also look at, right? The thing here, I have an account, right? That's the thing. So here, just go to this page. Just you can click the Get Start button. Then it will redirect you to the student login. Or yeah, I already log in, right? So that's the thing, right? This is the home page. Once you successfully log in, you are getting this is the home page, right? If you are getting this page, please wait until others are completed, right? Yeah, just you can check your student email ID. You receive the same similar email course invitation from AWS, right? Here there is a get start button. Just click the button. It will redirect you to the page. On that page, you need to create the Canvas account. While you are creating the Canvas account, you need to provide username as your university email ID, su.ac.lk email ID, right? With your registration number, I already provide an email ID. So you can provide that email ID to create an account. Once you successfully create an account, you are getting this page. Any issues, please let me know. Any issues? Hope maybe once you successfully created the account, please raise your hands, right? Just click the raise your hands option. Then it's easy for me how many of you completed, right? Good. Yeah, very good, right? What about others? Yeah, very good, right? So just nothing, right? Just you need to create a simple account, right? So for that account creation, you are using your student email ID, right? Around 32 people, they are completed, right? So yeah. So anyone have any issues, please let me know. Also, I will assign you the screen share permission. Then you can share the screen and I will show you, right? I will guide you how to create an account, right? That's why I'm asking you. So that course module is provided by some other universities around 25 or 30,000 rupees, right? If you want to follow the exact same course module in some other universities, they are selling the course module approximately, I think 25,000 rupees, right? They're giving the same course module for 25,000 for outside people, right? Not undergraduate students, right? So that external people, if you want to follow the same course module, you need to pay 25,000 rupees, right? Sri Lankan rupees, you need to pay 25,000 rupees, right? So just think about the value of the course module, right? So it means as a beginners, you don't know anything about cloud computing, you get the sound knowledge once you successfully complete this course module, right? So definitely you have a good career if you are expert on these cloud industries, right? Okay, what about others? I think half of the people, right? 35 or something, they will complete. What about others? If you have any issues, please let me know. Anyone need help to create an account? Please let me know. I will guide you, right? Maybe 21 bet your semester is going on online mode, right? So if you have any issues, please let me know. I will show you how to create an account, right? The important thing here, this course module is available from today onwards up to June 30, right? 30th of June, 30th of June 2025, right? You have only 2 months and 10 days, right? So within that, you need to complete the course module. Once you complete this course module within this duration, then only they will provide you the certificate, right? The digital certificate they are provide you. You can add that digital certificate for your LinkedIn profile, right? So the important thing here, you need to complete this course module within 2 months and 10 days, right? The important thing, this deadline is generated by AWS, right? The Amazon Web Services, they are the one they decide the deadlines, right? So we cannot extend the deadline. Keep in mind that, right? Even as a coordinator, I can't extend the deadline, right? So if I give a deadline, no one can change the deadline, right? So within that, you need to complete the course module, right? So try to finish the course module soon as possible, right? If possible, try to complete the course module within 2 weeks. Then I will show you some advanced path, right? How we can move for the certification and how we can sit for the exams, right? So now as a beginner's level, you can learn the things, right? Just you can learn the fundamentals about cloud computing, right? You don't know what is cloud computing, how we are creating virtual machines. So you don't know anything, right? So once you complete this course module, you get a sound knowledge on the foundations, right? So shall we move to the next one? Okay, we will move for the next one, right? So now I will show you. Yeah, yeah. If you have any issues, please let me know. Otherwise, I will move for the next part, right? Okay, okay. I will see. Now my screen is there, right? Yeah. So now this is the dashboard. This is the dashboard screen of my course module, right? Okay, so once you log in successfully, this is the dashboard right here. You need to find out where is the course content is there, right? So here, this is the announcement page. If I want to announce you something, you can check the announcement here, right? So up to now, you don't have any announcements, right? So here, just you are getting one announcement, right? So they are giving even Microsoft, sorry, even AWS also, they will give some announcement, right? So if you want to get certified, AWS certified, so they are telling you some how you can get the certifications, right? So here, this is the module. This is the this is the portion. This is the place where you can find out the course module, right? So here we have 10 chapters, right? So throughout these 10 chapters, they will explain the fundamentals of cloud computing, right? So if you look at here, right? So once you successfully complete this module, you have a sound knowledge. Also, you are getting some hands-on experience, right? That's the important thing. So normally, if you want to get hands-on experience with whatever the cloud platform, you need to provide your credit card or debit card, right? So that's the thing. Let's say if you want to create a AWS account in the real world account. Let's say if you want to create an AWS account, you need your credit card details, right? So if you have a credit card, then only they will allow you to create an account and you can, yeah, you can access the AWS resources, right? But because of these AWS Academy course module, right, they are giving you freely, right? So that is the important thing. So they are freely giving you access for the real world environment, right? Without create a account by using your credit card or debit card, you can access your AWS account, right? Okay, if you look at here, these are the modules. There are 10 modules are there, right? So throughout these 10 modules, they will explain all the cloud computing fundamental, right? So this is the introduction about this course, right? So this introduction is how you are dealing with that Canvas platform, right? So how you can access that laboratories, how we can get the hands-on experience with labs and everything. They will explain through this one, right? From here onwards, they will give you the basics, right? The cloud concepts, right? So what do you mean by cloud? So some contents are video contents, right? So just you can play the video, then you will get some idea. Let's say if I click this one, right? So it will open a video, right? Okay, yeah, now the video is loading, right? Yeah. So likewise, from the first chapter onwards, you need to move one by one, right? So just if you play this one, let's say I will share the screen again.
By that service
So
provider. These resources can database,
if you think the speed is more, then you can reduce the speed of their talking, the speed of the video.
applications, and other IT resources via the internet with pay-as-you-go pricing. These resources run on server compute.
So these modules are prepared by the architects in AWS, right? So the people who are construct this course module highly skilled people in AWS, right? So they are the top level people in AWS. They are the one deliver this course module, right? So it's very easy to get the sound knowledge on this, right? So similarly, you can complete the modules, right?
That are located in large data centers in different locations around the world. When you use a cloud service provider like AWS, you are using the computers owned by that service provider.
So from here onwards, from the first module, here onwards, you can start, right? So from introduction onwards, you can start one by one, right? They are giving a survey about the course, right? They will give some introduction contents, right? So you can move one by one. The important thing here, every module, you have a knowledge check, right? So the knowledge check in the sense, they will ask you some questions, right? They maybe mostly 10 questions. End of each module, they will ask you 10 questions. So if you clearly understand the content, you can answer the questions, right? So the student guide in the sense they are share some materials, right? So you cannot download the materials, but anyhow, you can go through the material if you want, right? The wrap up video in the sense they give the summary of the content, right? So the module one, they give the basic introduction about cloud computing. What do you mean by cloud computing? So the basic fundamental aspects of the cloud computing, they will explain in this module one, right? If you move for the module two, they will explain, right? If you think about cloud computing, everything depending on the resource utilization, right? If you are use something, if you consume any resources, based on the consumption of the resources, you need to pay, right? The similar to how the water pipe line water, how we are pay the bills, right? So based on the consumption of the water, we need to pay. The same concept we can apply in the cloud computing. If you're running a virtual machine, if you're running a server, or if you're running whatever the computing resources throughout the cloud computing, you need to pay after you can consume the resources, right? So the billings and the economics, how we are economically use the AWS resources, right? How efficiently utilize the resources in cloud, right? So if you are using without awareness about the thing, cloud computing, sometimes we need to pay a lot, right? So how efficiently we can utilize the resources in cloud computing, how they are calculate the billing. So everything is they will teach you through this module too, right? If you think about the third module, their infrastructure, right? How their data centers are established, the AWS data centers, where they are established, what is a region, what is zones, right? How they are interconnecting the different data centers. So the infrastructure related things, the AWS infrastructure related things are explained here, right? the cloud security. So what are the different layers of security they are maintaining, right? Role-based security, identity and access management. I am service in the sense identity and access management services, right? So there are different security related aspects are discussed by module 4. Module 5, networking, right? So if you want to access any resources throughout the internet, we need some network, right? We need some networking features. We need some internet cards, right? We need some IP addresses, right? So all the networking related components are explained in the module 5, right? In the module 6, how we are creating the virtual machines, right? The computing resources, right? Let's say you need to train some AI models, or you need to develop some Android applications, right? So for that purposes, you need some computing resources. Let's say you need 32 GB of memory, or sometimes we need 94 or 96 GB of RAM for train some AI models. So for that purposes, we are creating some computer instances, right? We are create some supercomputer instances, and we can complete the task, right? How we are create those tasks, they will explain in the compute modules, right? We have something called AWS Lambda functions, right? Lambda functions in the sense, without servers, just by using a function, we can execute, right? Previously, if you want to run an application, we need some servers, right? But with the help of these AWS Lambdas, without serverless, that is a serverless applications, right? So just once you complete this module, you can understand, right? Similarly, storage. What are the different types of storage they have? What are the different features of the different storage accounts? So everything you can learn throughout this module, right? The databases. What are the different databases? MySQL or NoSQL, MongoDB. So all the databases are we can consume throughout this cloud, right? So they will explain here the cloud architecture, how they will establish the architecture with different layers, how the availability, reliability, security of their cloud concept, how they architect the things are explained the module 9. The last module, auto scaling and monitoring. Auto scaling in the sense, let's say today we have 100 users access the site, right? Sometime, maybe some peak time, we have thousands of requests, right? So we cannot run a machine continuously that capable of 1,000 users, right? If the users increase, the demand increase, we can auto scale the resources. That is one of the features given by the AWS cloud services, right? So how we can monitor the resources. If you are running a e-business site, you can monitor all the transactions, right? So these things are explained by the modules 10, right? So these are the 10 modules. They will explain the course content. Each module, definitely you have some knowledge check, right? So once you follow the content, you can easily answer the question, right? There are 10 MCQs. You need to earn 70% or above to pass the module, right? This is module wise. Each module they have some knowledge check. Finally, you have one assessment, right? Assessment in the sense that is also a knowledge check. They have certain questions. You need to answer the questions. If you earn above 70%, then only you can get the digital badge. Otherwise, they can't provide the digital badge, right? This is the course content. Right now, I already told you, you can access the real environment, right? Real AWS access. For that one, here we have something called sandbox environment, right? This is the sandbox environment. You are getting the real world access, right? Let's say after you complete the module, if you are planning to sit for the AWS certification exams, they will show you some resources, right? So you can go through the resources, then it's easy for you to sit for the exams, right? Yeah, I try to finish this one, right? So I cannot explain by today that that next cloud service provider. I will do another session by next day. Oh, yeah. So today I will show you this module, right? I didn't explain, right? So here this is the batch. Once you successfully complete, you can we can claim your batch, right? So then that batch you can share with your LinkedIn profile, right? If you are planning for the certification, you can go through these modules, right? So now I will show you how we are getting the sandbox environment. Sandbox environment in the sense they are giving you real environment of AWS, right? So just once you click this one, right, you will redirect to the page, right? Okay, just click this load sandbox environment, right? So once you load the sandbox environment, right, it will open an account. It will open a new page. On it, it means in this page we are getting real access of the AWS dashboard, right? AWS console, right? So now they are explaining that just you can go through the instruction, how we are accessing that real world environment, right? So I already know those things, right? So directly you can click the start lab, right? So once you click the start lab, right, it take few minutes, right, to start the lab, right? It means they are creating one temporary environment, AWS environment, AWS real world environment for you, right? So you can open this window. Now it is in creation state. Once you successfully created, you are getting successful message, right? So you can wait few minutes until it will show you that your lab is created, right? So this is the sandbox environment. How we can get access the sandbox environment? Go to the modules, right? You can go to the modules, go to the down. You can find something called sandbox. Inside it's a sandbox. You can click that one. Once you click that one, you can get new window. In this window, if you click this one, it will redirect to this page, right? So then you can click the start lab button. Once you click the start lab button, it will creating the AWS environment for you. In this AWS environment, right now it is in creation state. Maybe take 1 to 2 minutes, right? So please wait until it will create, right? Okay, maybe if you have free time, I will explain the next cloud service provider by tomorrow, right? Please contact me, then I will arrange some sessions for that next cloud service provider, right? Okay. Actually, the important thing here, this AWS environment is valid for 3 hours, right? 180 minutes, right? It means whatever the work you need to complete within 3 hours, right? After 3 hours, 180 minutes, your AWS environment automatically shut down, right? Whatever the work if you are doing after 3 hours, your environment, that AWS real environment becomes shut down, right? So this is a testing purpose that they are giving to get hands-on experience, right? Also in this environment, sometimes they will define some limitations, right? Let's say you cannot create supercomputers with 96 GB RAM. Likewise, they have some boundaries, limitation, right? But anyhow, we can create some certain level of virtual machine and you can get some hands-on experience. Not only virtual machine, all the cloud services you can consume throughout these uh, sandbox environment, throughout these AWS environment, but they have some certain boundaries, right? So normally it will take maximum of 5 minutes to create this environment. So once you click the start lab button, now it is in the creation process. In creation process, be patient. Don't do anything. Be patient. 2 to 3 minutes, right? Once you successfully created, you are getting a status change here, right? Your account is your AWS sandbox environment is created or completed. You are getting a successful message within 5 minutes. You are getting, right, that after you are getting that successful message for 3 hours, your sandbox environment is there, right? I will show you how to create a virtual machine within 2 to 3 minutes. I will show you how to create a virtual machine by using this sandbox environment, right? So please follow the things, right? So go to this sandbox environment, just click this one. Then it will go open a new page. In this page, there is something called Start Lab button. There is a button called Start Lab. Once you click the Start Lab, your AWS environment is created. Now, if you look at here, my status is changed into ready, right? That is a status, right? So now my AWS environment is ready to access, right? So once you get this status, lab status is ready, just you can close this one now, right? Now your AWS environment is ready. Now, if you notice, you have 2 hours and 57 minutes remains, right? So after 2 hours and 57 minutes, your account becomes stopped, right? Your temporary environment becomes shut down. All the resources you are creating within these 2 hours and 57 minutes, it will automatically deleted from your account, right? So if you do anything, you can complete the work within 2 hours and 57 minutes and you can take the copy of the data, right? Now, let's say sometime what will happen after we are creating the lab or we are testing some virtual machine creation. After 1 hour, we are complete the work. Now, what you need to do for the efficient utilization of the resource, your cost, AWS cloud cost, you need to in the lab, right? Now, don't click this in lab now. Maybe sometime you are starting with your environment. We work for 1 hour, but you have another remaining 2 hours, but you don't need to wait. Once you complete the task, you can click this in button. Now you don't need to click in button. So now environment is ready. After the environment is ready, you can click this AWS button, right? Once you click this AWS button, now your real environment is ready, right? Now your AWS console you are getting, right? So you are getting real AWS console, right? So this is how the same console window we are getting once you are create an AWS account with your credit cards or debit card. This, let's say if you are create a real environment, real account with AWS by using your credit card or debit card, this is the dashboard. This is the window you are getting. The same window now we are getting throughout this environment, right? So this is the dashboard, right? So normally this is the AWS dashboard. Let's say now I will show you a simple example how we are creating a virtual machine, right? So if you want to create a virtual machine, just click these. You can find out something called compute, right? So don't worry. Once you successfully complete that course module, you can get the knowledge how we are creating the virtual machine, how we are creating storage account, all the things they will teach you through with some laboratories also. Right now, let's say if I want to create a virtual machine, I need compute resource, right? So under compute service, the virtual machines are there. Just I can click the compute service. Now in the compute service, we have different AWS Lambdas, right? AWS Elastic Bench. There are so many services they are providing. If we think about the virtual machine, we can call EC2, Elastic Compute Cloud, right? So you can click this one, right? If you click this EC2, that is the name Elastic Compute Cloud. In AWS, we can say that is EC2, Elastic Compute Cloud. That's a virtual machine. In virtual machine, we can say EC2 instances, right? So now I will show you how we are creating a simple virtual machine, right? So yeah, no need to think about this one, right? So now I need to create an instance, right? So once I click the instances, right? So I have already one instance is running, right? Now I can create another instances, right? So if I want to create a virtual machine, just I can click the launch instances, right? Once I click the launch instances, now it will ask you to create one Windows machine, right? So now what I need to do, I need to provide the name for my virtual machine. Let's say I'm creating, this is my PC, right? Okay, I'm giving name as a my PC1, right? My PC1, right? This is the name of my virtual machine. Now they will ask you to select the operating system, right? So if you want, you can select, let's say you can use Linux or Mac operating systems, or maybe you can use Ubuntu, or you can use Windows, or whatever the operating system you can use. Let's say I'm creating a Windows virtual machine. Now I can select this one, right? Windows virtual machine, right? So now we are using the testing environment, right? So for the testing environment, they are giving you limited facilities, right? So okay. Now that image, right? That image in the sense that OS image, right? So there are different images are there, but we have free eligibility, right? So free eligibility, maybe Windows server. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm selecting this one, right? 2025 server, right? So this is a free eligible for our account, right? Just I can click that iOS image for my operating system. Maybe if you want, you can create Mac operating systems, right? So for the practice purpose, I will create a Windows machines, right? So not only that, there are huge number of operating systems are there, right? You can select this one and you can find out the suitable OSs, right? So now here, next thing for that virtual machine, we need some computing resource. We need some memories, we need some storage and everything, right? So once you click this arrow button, now you can find out, right? So normally two virtual CPU, 0.5 GB memory. That is not enough for Windows machine, right? So here two virtual CPUs, 1 GB memory. Let's say two virtual CPUs and 8 GB memory is more than enough, right? Let's say if you want to run Windows 11, Windows 10 or 11, two virtual CPUs and 8 GB memory is more than enough. I am selecting that one, right? So we can say this is a T3 large machines, right? Not only this, we have huge, but they are not support for all, right? If you look at scroll down, you can find something called 64 virtual CPUs and 128 GB memory. This is not support for sandbox environment. Maybe if you have some free credits, you can use those accounts, right? So just look at here, the RAM facilities they are providing, right? 64 virtual CPUs and 128 GB memory. Maybe if you are doing your research in your final year, sometime we need this type of computing resources, right? So for that purposes, we are using these machines, right? So 96 virtual CPUs and 192 GB memory. This is not available for free virtual machines, but we can use this machine if you have for some research purposes, if you have some free credits, by using that one you can use, right? So now this purpose I'm using the simple machine T3 large, right? T3 large is more than enough. T3 nano, T3 medium, T3 large is more than enough. I'm selecting that one, right? Now we need to access the virtual machine. For access the virtual machines, we need some key pairs, right? To log in the virtual machine, right? We need some key pairs, right? So it means you learn something called public key and private key, right? So you can create a virtual machine by using a key pairs. Then by using the key pair, we can access the virtual machine, right? So I'm using that the default key I have. I'm using that key, right? Then you need to provide some networking components, right? So if it means if you create a virtual machine, we need some basic networking devices because we are accessing the virtual machine throughout the network, bro. So you need some public IP address and other things. Just you can keep the things as a default, right? Create security groups and other things, right? So the important thing, if you want to access your Windows virtual machine, we need to enable this RDP port. RDP means remote desktop protocols, right? RDP port, if it is enabled, then only it will allow you to access the virtual machine now we are creating, right? So now we need to configure the storage, right? 30 GB storage is enough. Maybe if you need more storage, you can we can extend the storage, right? So the free tier 30 GB is free, right? So if you want to extend, maybe it will deduct from your free credits, right? Normally $50 of credit, they are giving you this sandbox environment, right? So you can utilize a more effective way, right? No, you don't need to do anything in the advanced sections, right? So just keep everything. Just you can launch the instances. Once you click the launch instance, now your virtual machine is creating, right? Yeah, they have some errors, right? What is the error? You're not authorized to perform the operations. Okay, sometime we are facing issues. Like, let's check the issue, right? Yeah, I will edit the instance configuration, right? Sometimes this machine also not allow T3, right? Maybe I will change into T3 medium, right? So maybe we can change T3 medium and try now, right? So we can change into T3 medium, right? Also I'm using this key pair, right? So no need to do any other things, right? Just I can now I can try, right? So previously we are using T3 large, but that is not allowed to create the instance because that is limited, right? So but T3 medium is successful, right? Now our instance is successfully deployed, right? So the instance is launched, right? Now again maybe you can search here, you can search here EC2, right? You can directly access EC2 here, right? So from EC2 maybe you can find here, or you can directly search the EC2. Just you can select the instances, right? Instances mean the running instances, right? We have two running instances are there, right? My PC is the instance what I created, right? Now what I need to do, I need to access my instance, right? So how I can access my instance? If I want to access my instance, right, I need to connect the instance, right? If I want to click the connect instance, right, let's say go to the instances, you can find out which instance you are creating. My PC one is my instance. Once I click this instance, right, it will ask you to connect, right? Now if I click connect button, right, now it will ask you maybe which way you are trying to connect. I am telling I am using RDP client to connect my machine, right? So if I want to connect my machine by using RDP client, right? So now I can download this, right? That RDP connection file. Right? So this is the connection file I can download it. Also, right? We are creating this virtual machine, the VM, by using the public private keys, right? So if you go to this page, you can find out the password, right? So if you scroll down, you can find out something called the password. So now you need to get the password, right? So how we can get the password? Here we need to upload the file, right? Already we are using this VOC key, right? The VOC key, right? So you need to find out this VOC key, the location of these keys, and you can upload the key, the private key here. Then it will show you the password, right? So how we can find out the keys? So just you can search as a keys, right? So key management services, right? So once you go here, the key management services, now you can find out the VOC key, right? uh, sorry, not this one, right? So yeah, the easiest way, just go inside the EC2 instances, right? I will show you the location of the keys, right? So there are different places, right? So if you go to the EC2 instances, you can click the key pairs, right? So you have something called key pairs. Once you click the key pairs, right? So this is the key you are using for creation of the machines, right? So once I select the key, yeah, wait. So yeah, manage the keys, right? So once you manage the, wait a minute. I think we have something called download options, right? This one. Okay, I directly move for the EC2 instances. Then and go to the instances. My PC1. Here I can find out my keys, right? Give me a minute. Okay, yeah, this is the place, right? Yeah, instance setting, security. Yeah, get Windows password, right? So just go to this option. Then okay, this is the place, right? So decrypt the passwords. Wait a minute, I will show you the place, right? So we can instance state actions. So go to the actions. We have something called find out the keys, right? Security, change security groups. Get Windows password. Okay, easiest way, right? So I don't have this the key file, right? That's the thing, right? I can create another virtual machine quickly, right? So yeah, I will create another virtual machine quickly, and I will create another key pairs, right? So just launch an instance, right? I will. Okay, just I can launch an instance. I'm giving a name, my PC2, right? That's the thing, right? I don't have that private key, right? I selected the key, but I don't have that key. Okay, I'm giving you my PC 001. This is the name of my PC, right? I'm selecting the Windows operating system here, right? So I'm selecting the same thing, but here this time, okay, I'm selecting the same T3 micro T3. Yeah, wait, it takes some time. Okay, here also I'm selecting the same T3 T3 medium instance, right? So now previous case I used the key pair from this drop down menu, right? Now I can create a new key pair, right? So let's say I'm using RSA algorithm. I'm giving a name for my keys, right? Okay, so yeah, 123 is the key, right? So the name of my key, I'm using RSA algorithms, right? So now I'm creating a new key pair, right? So I'm creating a key pair, right? Now I'm using this key pair, right? Also, this key pair is downloaded in my local machine, right? So if you notice here, my private key is downloaded in my local machine, right? So if I want to log in this machine, I need this private key, right? That's the thing. Okay. So now no need to do anything in that thing. Just double check RDP port is enabled. So just keep everything as the same. Just you can launch the instance, right? Now my instance is successfully launched, right? Okay, my instance is successfully launched. Again, I need to go to the EC2 instances, right? Yeah, now we can move for the instances. I have 3 instances now, right? If you look at my now I have my third instance, right? So my PC 001, this is my instance, right? If I want to connect this instance, right, here, first thing I need to find out the password of my instance, right? How I can find out the password? Just go to the action button, go to the security, right? Wait. Go to the security. You can select get Windows password, right? So the same window is open, right? We can wait a minute, right? So the first thing, right, I can go to the instance, right? I need to connect the instances. While I'm connecting the instance, it will ask you to download the RDP file, right? Now I can create my new RDP file, right? My PC 001. That is my file for the connection purposes. Right now, again, I need to go for my the actions. Right here, I need to find out something called security. Better you can do a refresh one time, right? Then you can go to that security, then you can find out get the Windows password. Yeah, it means just now we are creating, right? So that's why they're asking you to wait for 4 minutes, right? So maybe I will refresh the page. So go to the instances, right? So now I need to move for the latest one, right? Now go to the actions. From the actions, I need to find out security. Get the Windows password. Now the screen is okay. Now to find out the password, right? To find out the password, what I need to do here, right? First thing I need to upload my private key, right? Already I downloaded the private key here, right? Just I can upload my private key, right? So just I can decrypt, right? So once I decrypt, this is the password, right? So this is the password I need to uh, use for login my virtual machine, right? I can copy the password now, right? Now what I need to do, yeah, I need to go for the downloaded file, right? This is the file I can download it. If I double click this file, now, yeah, wait a minute, I share this. Oh, sharing, show you, right? So now I can share my window, right? So I can share my screen, right? In this screen, you are getting this window, right? So once you double click, right? So once you double click the downloaded RDP file, right? You are getting something, the pop-up window, remote desktop connections. Once I click the connect button, now it will ask you to provide the password. I already get the password. Just click OK. Now my virtual machine is opening. First time it will ask you to install a certificate. Now I am accessing my virtual machine, right? So please wait a minute. Now I can get the pop-up window, right? So my virtual machine window, right? Now I am getting a brand new fresh server Windows PCs, right? So now this is my brand new fresh window, right? So yeah, it will take some times. Right now my PC is working. They are ready to access, right? So they are opening some windows, right? Maybe for the initial login, it will take some time, right? So they will install the softwares and everything is happen, right? maybe it take, yeah, this is the fresh window I am getting, right? So yeah, if you want to check that, yeah, someone asked a question, right? Yeah, yeah, now you can do your works, right? If you want, you can install your software. Let's say normally you don't have a simple virtual machines, right? Let's say you have a PC with 4 GB RAM, right? So you don't, for some certain works you need 8 GB or 16 GB memory, right? For that purposes you don't need to purchase new laptop, right? Just you can create some virtual machine, you can complete the task. After that you can destroy the machine, right? So now if you want to find out the task manager, you can find out the resources, right? The important thing here in the cloud computing, the resources are scalable, right? If you want, you can increase the resource. If you don't want, you can decrease the resource. That is the beauty of cloud computing, right? So now we are getting 4 GB memory. If you want, maybe you can extend for, but unfortunately for this testing environment, they don't have. But in the real environment, if you want, you can extend the memory to 4 GB to 48 GB or whatever 480 GBs, right? That is the benefits we are getting depending on the workload what we need, right? So now we are accessing the virtual machine, right? So if you want, you can shut down the machine, right? So if you want access, right, the important thing here, you can shut down the machines, right? Okay, now my machine is closed or shut down, right? The important thing here, after the resource, after you complete the work, right? After you complete the work, you can go to the instances. There are two ways, right? So let's say now you are complete the work, you need to do your works tomorrow. Then what you can do for this virtual machine, you can go to the instance stage, you can stop the instances, right? So you can stop the instances. This is when tomorrow also you need this machine to complete your work. You need to do some works tomorrow or day after tomorrow, just you can stop the machine, right? For this machine we don't need, just think about the first machine, we don't need this machine. So if you don't need this machine, just you can terminate the instances. Terminate in the instance in the sense that instance is deleted from your environment, right? So after a few minutes that instance will be deleted, right? This is how we can access the virtual machine, right? Let's say yeah, now it will take some time, right? So after a few minutes you cannot look at my the machines, right? So yeah, now this is shut down, then it will delete. Now this is terminated, right? So after a few minutes this machine will becomes terminated, right? Now I can shut down this one also, right? Go to the instance state, just you can terminate. So once I click this, terminate the instances. This is how we can work, right? Now we can complete the virtual machine creation and everything, right? Now what you need to do, if you want to stop your works, just you can click the in lab button. Once you click this in lab button, right, after a few minutes your temporary environment becomes shut down, right? It means after that you cannot access the environment, right? So this is how we can work with the that sandbox environment, right? Now another important thing here, right? So not only the virtual machine creation, for different purposes you are using these machines, right? So you can create some lambda functions. So all the cloud services you can do practice with the help of this sandbox environment, right? So you can go to the sandbox environment, you can follow the steps I will show you, right? So the important thing here, the Lucide whiteboard, right? So this window is more important for you guys, right? So throughout this environment, you are creating diagrams, right? Let's say for some practicals or for some lab reports, if you want to create some uh, like a canvas, right? You know what is canvas tool, right? So the same access they are giving freely throughout this environment, right? So it means by using these tools you are creating some diagrams, right? All the things you can customizably create by using this tool, right? So just if you have a account, you can use the account. If you don't have account, you can just go to this Lucide whiteboard. Then in the window, just open the uh, maybe here my one is already have an account, otherwise it will ask you to create an account. If you click this one, it will create an account just using an email ID, and you can create an account. Throughout the account you can draw the diagrams. Yeah, someone says wait, I will check your image. Maybe now your one is running, right? So just you can select that one, go to the instance options in the top menu, right? Just you can select the terminate, right? Instance access or something, there is a button, right? So on that button you can terminate the machines, right? So just you can click the terminate button. After you are terminate the button, then you can stop the lab, right? Okay, I will stop, right? That is the last thing, right? So don't worry, right? So here you can create some different flow charts, right? Already they have so many templates. By using the templates, you can create let's say you need to create some diagram, flow charts. Just you can double click this one, and you can use the template, right, for your works, right? So similarly, there are thousands of different diagrams and flow charts are there. You can use the flow charts or diagram for your academic purposes, right? So if you want to do some assignments, or if you want to do something, you can use these shapes and you can do the work efficiently, right, by using this lucid whiteboard window, right? So now uh, yeah, that's all about the course module, right? So now here they are giving you some template. If you want, you can provide the content and everything, right? This is a flow chart. You are getting a flow chart very easily from the template, right? These are the benefits of using this lucid window, right? Yeah, so that's all about the module. That's all about the introduction about the AWS Cloud Foundation, right? So if you have any questions, you can ask, right? So just go to the module section, right? You can go one by one, right? Just click from here one by one. You can click the next. You have something called next button. So just click the next button. You can continuously do the task until you can complete the module, right? If you have any questions, you can ask. Otherwise, we will stop the session. Any questions? Okay, if you don't have any questions, we will wind up, right? The important thing, just go through the AWS Cloud Foundation course module, get the basic knowledge, right? This is not that there are so more advanced things are there. Just as a first year, second year students, maybe you can get the basic knowledge, then you can you can improve your knowledge, right? Just you can follow some tutorials, or there are so many things I will show you later, right? Just complete the module now, right? If you have any questions, you can ask. Otherwise, we will stop the session. Thank you very much. So another important thing in the sandbox environment, just click the stop button. Don't forget to click the in button, right? So once you click the in lab, then only you can stop deducting the money from your free credits, right? So for that sandbox environment, they are giving $50 of credits for your AWS accesses, right? If you have forgot to run, maybe that next 3 hours, they will deduct a small amount of $3 to $4 for the 3 hours if you are running that environment, right? So better you can stop the sandbox environment and you can close the module, right? Thank you. Bye.